We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Crusade Battle Report.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to a new series, where Steve and I are going to play a Crusade series between Tyranids and Orks. And if you're wondering why I'm having a hard time calling it a series, it's because we're just doing it for fun. Not that we don't normally do this for fun, but we're not committing to any certain number of games or how big the games are or how small they are. I just kind of had a hankering that I wanted to play Crusade, but without any real structure, kind of like how it's written in the book. So this is not a campaign with a story. This is not special content that'll go out on a regular basis. We might play 2 games today and decide, we don't want to do this anymore. Or we might continue every time we play together, always playing this. It might be 2,000 point games on Mondays, or it might be 1,000 point games or 500 point games on Fridays. Whatever it happens to be. Today, we're going to start with Incursion. We've built our Crusade forces, Tyranids versus Orks for Steve, and we're just going to have some fun, using the rules exactly as they are written, with no modifications whatsoever. Now, I must admit, part of my reason for wanting to do this, or part of my motivation, is because we are planning a bigger campaign coming in the new year, with all 5 of us playing. And this is going to feature Crusade rules, but with some modifications because we're playing more story-driven campaign. So having not really played many of the Crusade missions, and not really having experienced the Crusade rules myself, I'd feel more comfortable if I got a few games under my belt so that I knew how things worked. So we're just going to jump right into it, introduce our Crusade forces, and play our first game. And then the second game, of course, will be available in the MiniWarGaming Vault at the link below. Let's just take a look at the armies. So this is my initial Crusade force. So when you first start a Crusade army, you start at 50 power. Now we've decided we're doing points, not power, so it's equivalent to roughly 1,000 points, but this, we are sticking within the 1,000 points. And you start with 5 requisition points. Now I'm not going to go through all the rules of how Crusade works, but basically you spend requisition points to assign warlord traits, relics, and any stratagem that you have in your army that normally you spend a command point or more before the game begins to upgrade a unit to something special. You can't use those in your Crusade forces. Instead, you spend a requisition point to do it, which you'll see in just a second. I think we've both actually done it. I know I have with adaptive physiologies. And so you're going to see things that normally you can't do in your armies, and you'll see that in just a moment. So this is actually going to be my 1,000 point force for the first game as well, because it happens to match up with exactly what we have. But the Crusade force could grow, but then you play a certain points game, and you just draw from that force in order to build your army. So my warlord is going to be a flying hive tyrant who has lost his horn, and it was to an orc, and so now he wants revenge, which is not a typical thing for a Tyranid to want, but we're just going to make that up for now. He's my warlord. I had paid a requisition point to give him a warlord trait, which is the Kraken specific one, which allows him to choose a unit within 6 inches, and they get to fight first in the fight phase, even if they did not charge. Now it just alternates with your opponent if they charged as usual. I also paid a requisition point to give him an adaptive physiology, which normally I wouldn't be able to do because you can only give adaptive physiology instead of a warlord trait, but that rule here does not apply. And I gave him murderous scythes because his scything talons are only strength 6, but they're decent weapons otherwise. So now they're +1 strength, +1 AP, and +1 damage. So they're strength 7, AP -4, 4 damage each rather than 3. Now for his psychic powers, I gave him the Kraken one from Blood of Baal called Symbio Storm, where he can choose a unit and everybody gets to reroll charges against it, and Catalyst, the 5 of Ignoring Wounds. And I paid a requisition point to give him a relic, Chameleonic Skin, the Kraken specific one, -1 to shoot him. So that's 3 of my 5 initial requisition points just on him. My other HQ choice is going to be the Neurothrope. One thing I should point out, when you assign psychic powers or war gear, you're stuck with that. You have to spend requisition points afterwards in order to switch them out. So the Neurothrope is just coming along as my other HQ. And then behind that, in my elite slots, we have a unit of 4 Zoanthropes, and then we have a unit of 3 Hive Guard behind them. I've got my 3 troop choices of Ripper Swarms. Now swarms and drones and fortifications and units that are summoned in can never gain experience. So these guys will never upgrade. They're just going to run around and grab objectives and do whatever they're going to do. And lastly, now that he's actually come down in points, he actually fits in a 1,000 point army, we've got my heavy support choice, a Scythed HIERODULE, which is, I don't know, him and the Demakaran are my favorite so far. I haven't tried out the other bigger guys, because the Lords of War, but we'll see one day when I do that. I did pay another requisition point to give him an adaptive physiology as well, Dermic Symbiosis, which gives him a 5-up invuln, which he sorely needs. And also he gets to count himself as having twice as many wounds remaining for the purpose of his wound chart. So that leaves me with 1 requisition point that I'll just hold on to for now and spend maybe after the first game.
And I'm going to play a Tin Heads list. So we're going to be led by a big mech with mega armor and a custom force field. Upgraded to be the cleverest boss, so slightly more fighty. We're also going to have another big mech with custom force field. And then for our battalion, we have 1 troop choice of 12 Gretchen to, die for the cause. And then we're going to have a unit of 6 kilocans, all various weapons. We have 3 rockets, 3 shooters, and then 2 of every close combat weapon. We have 5 mega knobs, all with combi. No, they're not combi. Custom block. What? 4. It's all 4 strength 4 guns, and 2 death dreads. Now, what's happening here is little upgrades. 1, we spend 1 command point or 1 requisition point to make him the cleverest boss, a little better at fighting. We're going to give this squad here a orc upgrade, giving them orkimatic pistons. Their legs are a little bit faster, a little bit longer. They have a 9-inch move instead of 6. And then we have dirty gubbins on the kilocans here. Basically, for some reason, they're so dirty, they're harder to hit in shooting. That's it. And kilocans, we lose our clan culture, but as tin heads, mega armor, kilocans, gorkanauts, and death dreads, +1 to hit in melee. And we're going to spend a couple more requisition points. So my big mech here, this is going to be Ork, be quick. He greased up his power claw, so he can use the power claw, so it's not -1 to hit. So he's weapon skill 2 with power claw, it's not -1 to hit, and +1 to hit, so if master of -1 to hit, I'm sliding on 2s. And then we're also going to give him the Artist Nails Warlord trait. Because he's got to be tough, though I'm looking at man's list, I don't think it's going to make a difference whatsoever, but that's what he is, he's tough.
We are going to be playing the Crusade mission Incursion Behind Enemy Lines. It's number 6 in the main core rulebook. This one, you are deployed on the long deployment edges. Now, you can never, ever deploy your guys outside of this, even if they show up later. So reinforcements, strategic reserves, if you have infiltrating or outflanking, all of those have to be done in your own deployment zone. Even if you have a rule that states you get to move before the first battle round, you still have to stay in your own deployment zone. There's a good reason for that, because the entire objective of this one is to get across the table. There's a few ways to score points. Every turn, you score 5 points if you have 2 or more units wholly within your opponent's deployment zone. Also, there's a special action that any unit can take if every model from that unit is within 6 inches of your opponent's battlefield edge. This action starts at the end of your movement phase, so you can move to it, and ends at the end of your turn. That unit, as long as it's not a vehicle or can fly, is removed. They're exfiltrated, as it's called. If it's a vehicle or has the fly keyword, it has to do it 2 consecutive rounds. And they are actions, which means you won't be able to do anything else. Now, why would you do that? Well, there's a few reasons. At the end of the game, every unit that you manage to exfiltrate, you get a number of victory points equal to double its power rating. So if it had a power rating of 10, it gets 20 victory points. Secondly, at the end of each battle round, you get 5 victory points if none of your opponent's units has exfiltrated that battle round. So really, it's not about killing each other, although killing is fine too. It's about getting off the table. Now, whoever wins this is where it's fun to play the Crusade, gets to select an army that has been exfiltrated from the battlefield. So not just any unit that's in your army, but one that actually managed to get off the table, and give it a battle trait of your choice. So it's a free upgrade, which in this game is a pretty big deal because it takes a lot of experience normally to upgrade. Now, before you play your Crusade games, you select agendas. They're like secondary objectives from regular missions, except they don't award victory points, they award bonus experience. So I selected Priority Target, which basically gives me 2 experience for, a unit gets 2 experience for destroying a vehicle or monster. And I chose Scry Battle Plans, which there's a psychic action you have to take. You have to be within 18 inches of an enemy character. There's a similar one for the secondary objectives. But if you do it twice in the game, then you get 5 experience points, which is actually quite a bit. You need 6 experience points to get your first level up, just to give you an idea of where that's at. What'd you choose, Steve?
I think Assassins and, excuse me, Witch Hunter. Basically, I'm going redundant.
So Assassins gets you 2 experience for every character you kill, which I've got 2. And Witch Hunter is 1 experience for every Psyker you kill, but 3 experience for every Psyker character you kill. So that's a lot of experience.
Double down on those characters, yeah.
Yeah, you really want to kill my guys. Got it. Now you roll for attacker defender. You choose. You want to be attacker defender.
I want to be on this side, so that means I want to be defender.
This table was constructed only with stuff from Urban Mats. That's Urban Mats with a Z. Should be links in the description below. The mat is from Urban Mats. These buildings and these towers are new. We just got those in. I think it's a new set from them. And then we mix it in with some of the other stuff that they already had. This is all pre-painted, by the way. So what you see here is exactly what you get when you order from them. We're finished deploying. Obviously, Steve's got his guys all on the one side, and I got them all on the other. Are we just gonna agree to go to opposite corners?
Meet you right there.
Meet in the middle?
Yeah.
Or just gonna fight? The survivor is gonna exfiltrate.
You can't pass up this biomass, and we can't pass up a good fight.
There's more metal there than biomass, because like these guys, there's rats inside.
There's pilots.
Have you ever like? I'm trying to think of a good example of a food that you spend a lot of time getting to the middle of, and it's really small.
Wait,
like a walnut.
You eat these though.
The metal?
Yeah.
I can crunch down the metal, but I'm more interested in the biomass.
But you do like I know I'm getting into the lore now, but you do tear these down and take them with you too, right?
It's not
you the Tyranid, you Matthew the Tyranid.
Me, yes, definitely. I get to eat your models. It's not clear. What it does say is
because you take all the minerals off the planet and everything, right?
Well, you can't extract all the minerals from the planet without eating all the dirt of the planet. That's just it, right?
That's a fair point.
So, which is why I always think they should farm the planet, but then, you know, maybe they do. Maybe there's a second way that does. Either way, they do take all the air, usually, which is always confusing when people are there afterwards, walking around. And they suck up all the water in all the oceans. And other than that, I'm not sure if they take all the minerals. I don't think that's possible because that would be the planet.
Don't overthink it.
So I picture that they like to crack open the Death Dreads and they slurp out the Orks.
Ew.
And then throw those in the digestion pools afterwards. But and these ones are just like little grots, so it's like you do a lot of work just to get to that. I think it's like a walnut. You like crack open that walnut.
There could be more than one grot pilot in there.
Probably, I think there's 2 in each kilocan. That's how I picture it. And so, but still, that's a lot of work.
One for each leg, one for each arm.
But you know, but like chicken wings, it's worth the effort because they're just so tasty. You're basically mushrooms. Like that's some pretty good biomass.
We play Warhammer now. We're gonna roll. Who's gonna go first? What'd you get? Ooh.
You get to choose.
I'll go.
All right.
Yeah, close. It's your smites that I'm worried about.
The Zoanthropes have a 24-inch smite,
Yeah.
so you're not getting away from them.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
It's
go.
just gonna hit the grots.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you some command points. Nothing to do with my command phase because we are not a command phase army. And when the book comes out, I hope they're still not a command phase army. I don't want to be that organized. We're gonna walk forward with everybody.
Plan, right? Who needs the plan?
Not it works. So everything moved forward. Their maximum. We are gonna advance these 2 guys here. They had their 9-inch move because of our Orchematic pistons. We'll do this one first, just to get him up that way. He'll go full 6 this way, and I'll roll the next guy. I just won. There you go. Just wanted to show you the rolling of the dice.
Oh, you're baiting me. You're baiting me.
Nah, we're coming in. Okay, let's start shooting. We got some, I guess. We'll put the big shooters here into the... swarms don't really matter, though.
They don't upgrade, but they could still get me points by exfiltrating.
I'm assuming I can't target him. You look at sir.
Correct.
All right, we're gonna put everything into the Hive Tyrant then.
It's -1 to hit them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're because of the scenario, right? Sort of -1 for the scenario as well. So.
Oh yeah, if I'm more than 18.
Ooh, actually.
Only if I'm more than 18. So like them, these guys are within 18.
Actually, because my weapons are assault, maybe it's an advance.
Then just hit on 6s.
Yeah, no, because you know only 1 -1.
Right, but because they're 4 up.
They're 4s.
Right, because they're grots.
So we'll avenge them. Get another 2 inches forward.
Do the grots get Daka?
They do.
So you do still get to explode on 6s.
Yes. And then I guess the killicans. I mean, not killicans. Ooh, they're not going very far. We'll start peeking them forward a little bit, and then he'll advance. I guess. Not very far.
Foliage.
Oh, there we go. Just a little extra, and then we'll get the shooting. So yeah, everything from them into the Hive Tyrant. I would love to use stratagems, but that's not what this army does. So we're hitting on 4s, Daka. We're hitting on 5s to say because of the -1 to hit. And 3 hits. 3s to wound. I'll use a command point reroll because they can't use stratagems or grots. No, just 2. -2.
I have a 4-up invulnerable save. I
We're
make
good.
both of them. All right.
And the shooters on 5s, extra shot for that 6, because mine's 1 to hit. And it's strength 5, so I'm assuming 5 is wound you.
Yes.
So 2 wounds, no rend, no AP.
No AP, so 3-up saves. Ooh, that one gets through. 1 damage, I'm assuming?
Yep. We'll do the custom Mega Blaster from this Orc boy here. Sorry, my war boss, into the same Hive Tower, and then we'll do the the custom shooters into them as well afterwards. Custom Mega hits! And that's gonna be 4 invulns, mine is 3.
Okay.
Strength 8, mine wounding on 3s.
What's the damage? Of this one?
D6. We'll be fine.
Oh, thank goodness.
Those shooters are hitting on 5s.
That's a lot of 6s.
Actually, they're hitting on 6s.
Well, they're hitting on 6s.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because they're orcs.
So he was hitting on 6s as well.
Yeah, I passed anyways. It was inconsequential.
I forgot about the scenario and the advancing and all that stuff. So we have 4 hits, which means 4 more shots, which means 5 hits. And he's only strength 4, so 5's to wound. We got nothing. We are done shooting, and nobody can advance and charge, so that is our turn. All right, you get a command phase, you get a command point.
I get a command point, but
You're not really a commandy army either.
well, old codexes have nothing in the command phase other than that, right? So I'm just going to start moving up. Now, the interesting thing is trying to figure out exactly what my plan is, because I'm going after vehicles is actually good because I get experience for doing it. And the Scythe HIERODULE could easily kill the first Dreadnought or a Death Dread, but the problem is the second Death Dread or the enormous unit of Killicans. That's where it gets scary for me. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can position in such a way to keep them as much alive as possible. So I can't think of anything too clever. So he'll come this way to start, and we'll just keep knocking your model back to where I want it to be.
That's how we play.
Yeah, that's legit. I am going to go with these Ripper Swarms over here. They are going to advance 4. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a command point to double advance them. That's a Kraken-specific stratagem. So that means that that 4 becomes an 8. So they're going to move 14. So we're going to rush our guys up here. I'm going to keep them along the edge, away from your guys. Now I could actually spend another command point and move them again immediately. I might suffer some mortal wounds, but I think it's worth it, because we're going to basically try to work on this. Now I can't do the action to get off the table, because in order to do an action, you can't have advanced. So I got to roll 3 dice, 1 for each model, and every 1 they suffer a mortal wound because I pushed them too hard. Ouch, there's a mortal wound. I'll put it 1 in the back. I forgot with Kraken I actually got to roll 3 dice for the advance, taking the highest one, but I got all the way to the end, so that did not matter. So I will advance the next Ripper Swarm though, and I will remember this time that Kraken rolls 3 dice and takes the 6, so they will move 12 inches this way. I don't know why the Ripper Swarms are so determined to get off the table. It's not like they can get a battle trait or anything, but at least gets me some points. I'll advance the Zone Throats, because they can still do psychic powers after advancing, thankfully. So that's moving 11 inches. We're going to try to keep them safe, so they're going to pop into here and make sure 1 is visible to the grots. We'll start working on your grots. They seem... A Hive Guard are going to move as well. They do suffer a -1 penalty for shooting because they're heavy weapons, but most of the time the targets I'm probably going to choose will be more than 18 inches away anyways, and the whole goal is to get to the other side, not just kill your opponent. We'll advance the Rippers, so they'll be moving an extra 6 as well. Now I think their job is just to block. They're going to die in a moment, and that's okay. We'll advance the Neurothrope, 6 again, so we're moving 11. So now that you've moved up, I don't have to worry quite as much about how close I am to characters, because he's got that psychic action he can take. Got to make sure I'm with an 18. There, I'm
You on this guy?
yeah. So yeah, the real question is the Hive Tyrant. He moves 16 with Fly, but the problem is Fly doesn't let you ignore vertical when charging. And he'd be a perfect candidate for going after Mega Knobs. He's got a damage 4 weapon, and so he might be able to just chew through, and it's AP -4 as well. It's only 5 attacks, but I could theoretically. I know you've got an does that invuln work in close combat?
No.
Only shooting.
Yep.
Okay, good to know, good to know. So I think I'm just going to have to be a little patient with him and start off by having him just jump to this side, and then next turn I'll be able to do something. And he can also see over all this, so I'll be able to do some psychic powers. Into the psychic phase, we're going to start off by doing a psychic action with my Neurothrope. He's going to do the scrying thing, and if he does it twice, he gets 5 bonus experience. That's my agenda. and I am within 18 inches of a character. I already checked that earlier. It is Warp Charge 4. So if you're not familiar with how psychic actions work, basically he can't cast any psychic powers, which is too bad because he can cast 2 and he's pretty decent at it. There's a Warp Charge to it that I got to pass, following the same rules as casting powers. And if he succeeds, then boom, I got the action. Unlike other actions that like take a turn or whatever, this is just a psychic test. So it's basically just Warp Charge 4, should be a piece of cake, especially because he rerolls 1s. But if there was the ability to deny, my opponent could try to deny that, but he cannot, correct?
Nope, I don't.
No stratagems. So that's the first time he did it. If he does it again, he'll get 5 bonus experience. And now the Zone Thropes will attempt to manifest Smite, which will just hurt your Grots. They need a 5 to cast this, rerolling 1s with the nearby Zone Throat, or Neurothrope. We got it. Now, because there's at least 4 of them, they get to do an additional D3 mortal wounds, so it'll be 2 D3 mortal wounds. So you, whoa, 6. Do they get the custom force field thingy?
That's a mortal wound?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're right. It's not ignoring wounds. So 5, 6. And because there's at least 4 of them, they can manifest a second psychic power, which the one I gave to them, which they have to keep until I spend requisition points to change it, is the Horror. I can only see, I could see the Grots, I don't care about that. The Horror is -1 to hit and leadership. So let's put it on the Killicans. And I failed that, unless I want to spend a command point to reroll it, which I don't. Next up will be my Hive Tyrant. Now I know Symbio Storm, which is choose a unit anywhere on the battlefield, and all my units can reroll charges against it. I don't need that, so I'll just do his Smite, and he also knows Catalyst. So Smite first. Because of how tall he is, he sees those Grots as well, so they will count as the nearest. I need a 6 in order to manifest this. I don't get any bonuses to it.
You got it.
Just barely. So D3 more of them will have their heads explode. 1 more head explodes, pop. And then he will try for Catalyst to maybe give himself some survivability. Ooh, I want that one, because it gives, I will give it to himself, a 5-up ignoring wounds and mortal wounds. Give me a second to think about that. I needed a 6. I'm going to reroll. Should have given him the Resonance Barb, would have been +1 psychic test. I got it. All right, so command point though.
Ignores damage on 5.
On 5, and mortal wounds too. That's all of my psychic. So into my shooting phase, I've got 2 things only. We got the Hive Guard, and we've got the Flamer weapon from the Scythe HIERODULE. So we'll start with the, the Flamer, I don't know, how many wounds are these guys?
5.
Are they 5? Oh geez, that's tough, because I could spend 2 command points to make that Flamer 2 damage, but 5 wounds. Yeah, I'm not going to spend the 2 command points. They are 5 wounds each. Steve just double-checked. I should be able to one-shot the Death Dread in close combat unless things go horribly wrong, which is always potential. So I will just fire the Flamer's 18-inch range. We'll start to wash over the Killicans. Oh, maybe I'll kill one. So it's a healthy 3d6 auto hits. I said healthy. No, 10's all right, I guess. Strength 6 versus their toughness 5, so 3's to wound. Not bad.
3 have been involved from the custom force. 5 have been involved from the custom force field.
I'm like, what?
1 goes down.
Exactly
it's
1.
Be...
Can they explode?
Yeah. It's going to be this one.
So on a 6, he'll explode. I'm assuming dealing 1 mortal wound.
Yeah.
It's a 3-inch 1 mortal wound.
And he'll take a mortal wound. He'll take a mortal wound, and he'll take a mortal wound.
So 2 mortal wounds under the squad.
No, 1 in the squad. I was going to go him, but I went him instead. So the squad takes 1 mortal wound.
Oh, it's a squad. Yeah.
And then he takes 1.
Yeah. You're right.
Out of 4, down to 3.
Oh, not bad. That was a good shot. Hive Guard will also fire at the Killicans with -1 to hit, of course. So we're hitting on 4s.
Nice.
I'm not an orc. I don't get to hit. And then 3s to wound. That's a -2 D3 damage.
5 up.
No, you're fine. That is all my shooting, so we'll go into charging.
No Overwatch.
No Overwatch?
No, you got no guns. He's all close combat.
No flamers or anything? I will charge. Well, I don't even know him. I'm just going in the minimum. We've got my HIERODULE Scything Talons. I'm going to spend a command point for Voracious Appetite, which allows a monster to reroll wound rolls. I have no way to reroll my hit rolls.
Trying to get in there.
He's hitting on 3s, but he does reroll 1s because they're Scythe Talons. Oh, you stupid. Oh,
Lots
triple
of
2. Oh, all right, Scythe HIERODULE. Good first showing. Good first showing. Winning on 3s, re-rolling because of the Voracious Appetite. Oh man, I wish I had re-roll. So these are -3.
6s.
Okay, so how many wounds does he have? Does he have
8?
Oh, he's dead. Because this is going to be minimum. They're 4 each. They're 3 plus D3 each. So he's dead.
Do I explode?
No. All right, I got him. Okay, so even after whiffing, I got him. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. I mean, morale test for these
I
killicans.
should also point out that gains him an experience point. 'Cause
Right.
He got he doesn't get it technically to the end of the game, but he
Do
gets.
I have any modifiers on my leadership at all?
On them, I failed the horror.
And there's nothing else, like no auras, right?
There's no auras. So what's
So
their
only on a 6. We're good.
Okay. And
Oh, the
and the
Grotts.
Grotts.
Fail, and there's going to be 4 remaining. There's 5 there.
And they're under strength.
And 2 more are going to go kaput.
1 and 2.
Well, I'm going to gain me a command point. I think it's just time to just we just got to keep pushing. We're going to push. And
That's the objective.
we kind of have to... I don't think I'm going to do. I can try to run away, but you're fast enough to catch them. So I think I'm just going to have to say goodbye and go for a long bomb charge. Well, I kind of... I have to... I have to kill the swarms. Everything into the swarms. So 3 rockets into the swarms on 4s, extra shot for the 6, and wounding on 2s. I'm going to command point reroll that one. This is -2.
I don't get a save then. And how much
3 damage each.
3 damage each. Well, that
Yeah.
just kills 2 of them straight up.
And then the big shooters on 4s and 2 more 6s. Which, oh, everything hit.
Golly.
And
3s to wound on
strength
those.
5, so 3s.
What's the AP?
None.
None? Well, I need a couple 6s to stay alive. Nope, you got the last one.
My mega knobs are going to go after the zone thropes because they can't really. I don't know. They can't even see them. Never mind. They're going to go after him. Only thing you can see. Or the Hive Tyrant, but I mean, clinking any damage on him is not going to help because he'll heal him. So we might just try to help over here. I guess we can try risking throwing a lot of dice at things. How many command points I got?
You've got 6 left.
If I spend 2, then 4. Yeah. Okay, what am I going to do? No.
The Super Daka Daka Daka?
I am going to Super Daka 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 and shoot twice. No, I can't shoot twice. I'm not bad moons. Nothing. Okay, just go after the big boy. On 5s. 4 of them are 6s. We need 4 more shots. Of course,
golly.
3 more hits.
That was with your -1 to hit, too.
Wait, no. Oh, it's over 18. So,
Sorry.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We got 3 wounds.
AP?
None.
Damage?
1. It's just
okay,
like 4.
3 up. None get through.
Oh, good. Because if it was over 18, I would have been in range.
Oh, jeez.
Well, they had no targets. So they had no targets, but that guy up there.
Well, then I made my save.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all good.
Well, why don't you throw a big shot into this guy? Well, I need to get him. So 1 shot is going to be hitting on 6 because there's going to be range.
Yes.
And that's a mortal wound.
To your
It's not like it doesn't remove from play, but like it's always a mortal wound on a 1. It's time to charge. These killicans are spend 2 command points on ramming speed, and they're going to go charge that boy right there.
What does ramming speed do?
3 to 6 charge, and I do mortal wounds potentially.
Do you,
No, all
do you,
3.
Do you keep all 3?
Yeah.
So you don't. It's not 3d6 to keep the highest 2.
Correct. I'm looking for a 10.
Ah, you got a 16.
I'll take it.
You didn't even need the ramming speed. Any 2 of those would have worked.
And then 2 plus. Take D3 mortal wounds. Just 1.
Okay.
Mega knobs are gonna. They might as well try to charge the zone thropes. They're gonna sit in the open anyway. Ooh. Can you table for me?
I can check.
Not gonna make it with that. I need to roll another 6 here. So
Yeah.
here we go. Reroll one of these. No.
So basically, yeah, because I was not within 2 inches. We measured it. If you touched it, I'm within an inch of it, but I'm not within 2 inches of your model, so it wouldn't count as a charge.
Well, this guy's gonna go after that boy.
Should
Overwatch.
How many wounds do you have?
8. Oh, Dreadnought.
And toughness?
7.
I don't know, man. 3d6 auto hit, strength 6 -2. I can't spend the 2 command points in the Overwatch to make it damage 2. Otherwise, I probably would consider it. Nah,
Okay.
Go for it. If it's either because the flamer is not going to kill you, so either you're going to fail to kill me, and I'll just kill you with my talons, or you're going to kill me, and then who cares if I took off a few?
What's your toughness?
8.
Okay. He'll fight first. He's got 6 attacks, all hitting on 2s because we're killing. So we're tin heads. I'm going to use a command point reroll here.
Okay, down to 3.
Oh, it's more important the other guy dies. Nah, whatever. We have 6 hits, and we're strength 12 or 14 either
Doesn't
way.
matter.
3
3's
to wound. We got 4.
And he's -3 AP, so I got my 5 up invuln from his dermic symbiosis. And
Ooh, 6
I
damage.
spiked it. So 6 damage.
And then we're going to move over here, and we'll start off with the 2 drillers first as we try to.
Yeah, you got him within half an inch, so all 3 of these guys are within half an
Can't
inch.
get this guy any better than that.
Yeah, we already tried.
So 2 drillers, 4 attacks each because there's more than 3 models in the squad. Hitting on 4s because we're 10 heads, so half hit. And these are strength 6, rooting on 3s. That's a mortal wound, so 1 mortal wound. -4, but it's going to be a 3 invuln.
Yeah, 3 up invuln, so that mortal wound's in addition to what it does. So essentially, I've got to pass 3 of these, and I know you still have more weapons.
Yeah.
3 up invulns. You got them.
Good, that's 2 damage each.
And that's a lot of experience for these guys because they get 2 experience for killing a character, and I think it was 3 experience for killing a psychic character. So that's 5 experience.
Nice.
Man, you get to harvest experience against my army.
Can't quite get to the...
Hive guard.
We're going to start moving away this way. And you fight me back?
Of course I will fight you back. And I'm not bracketed yet, so hopefully I just one-shot you. So we've got the same thing, 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Hey, you know what?
Not bad, not bad.
I'll take that, and you're in trouble. Now I don't have... do I spend a command point of Voracious Appetite?
Can you do it after you roll the hit?
There's 2 of them. One of them you can. No,
You
it's
got
when
12 left?
No, he's when he's chosen to attack. Yeah, he's 18 wounds to start. You know what? Yeah, it does say when I choose him to fight. There's another one that lets me do more damage, and it just says whenever I want. But 3s to wound. Yeah. Okay.
AP?
Yeah, -3, lots of damage. What's your save?
6 up.
Okay, so that's minimum 20 damage.
I don't explode.
You don't explode, and that's another experience for my hero duel. You know what? He will consolidate 3. I don't really need to. He's got a 12-inch move. He's coming back for you.
That's going to be my turn. So it's going to turn.
Now, at the end of battle round, in this mission, you get 5 victory points if your opponent did not exfiltrate anything.
Yeah,
so we
so
both
it's a
get 5
wash.
victory points, and because in this case, keeping track of your victory points is only for determining who wins a scenario, we're just going to be like, okay, so
Nothing.
nobody gets anything. So command phase, I got my command point. Movement phase, these guys are just going to exfiltrate. So essentially, I would normally declare that at the end of the movement phase, a unit that's within 6 inches, that has every model within 6 inches can do it. At the end of my turn, they then are removed. So I'm just going to do it right now so I don't forget it. So they are removed. I did exfiltrate them. Now, it'll help me get points, but if I win the scenario, I can only upgrade a unit that's exfiltrated, and swarms can't. So it does kind of make me want to just like fly up my Hive Tyrant and get him off rather than use him in a fight. So it's a hard choice. Yeah, you know what? As much as it hurts to say it, he's coming up here, and I'm going to start it with him as well. Because it says, any unit from a player's army can start to perform this action at the end of their movement phase. So it doesn't say 1 unit can do it. A lot of actions will say 1 infantry, or it'll say 1 or more.
When you complete the action.
You complete at the end of your turn.
Right.
So basically, oh wait, no, he's got to do it twice.
He does.
Because he's got fly. So I will move him there, and well, that actually makes me want to be a little more careful about how I move him, because you can come after me. Do you have a way to give them 3d6 charge?
No.
Just killicans?
Just vehicles.
Just vehicles. Okay, so he was right here, and I can't advance and do it. So I didn't measure that really carefully because I just assumed that I was getting off. It's only turn 2, right?
It's only turn 2.
I could just keep him alive, kill some stuff, and then... All right, I'm not going to go off. I'm not going to go off. If it was 1 turn, I'd take him off. But, no, he's going to come back this way. Hive Guard will move up. Sure, look at the -1, but then the Zone Tropes are going to dip back a little. Oh, you know what? They'll be able to see the killicans, even once they come this way. So they're going to come up here and leave 1 behind to be closest to the killicans. I'll roll an advance on these Ripper Swarms. Being Kraken, I will remember that I can roll 3 dice and get a 6. So they'll move 12. And then will I spend the command point to move them again just to make sure they don't get charged by that? So they can exfiltrate next time and get me some more points?
No.
Scythe HIERODULE will come this way with his 12 wounds remaining. Into the Psychic phase, we'll start with the Zone Tropes. We'll throw a Smite at your killicans, and they pass.
Yep.
It's 2d3 mortal wounds, which is 4. Do you have any way to ignore
Nope.
it? So that kills the 1. Does he blow up?
Let's see if he explodes. Oh, he does not.
And then we'll do the Horror, and I got him. So
Yep.
they're going to be -1 leadership and hit rolls. And then we'll do. I don't need Symbiote Storm, so I'll do another Smite. And he gets it, so that's D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. Okay. And then he'll attempt to manifest Catalyst.
What did he kill this for?
Nothing. I'm fine. I didn't get it. Shooting phase. We're going to wash it all over the Mega Knobs. So 3d6 auto hits. Oh, look at that, 11 auto hits. Strength 6, so 3s to wound. There will be -2, 1 damage each.
4 up save against that. We got 1 and a bit dead. So we'll kill him, and then we'll have wounds on that guy.
Down, so it's down to
No,
1.
that guy, he's in charge.
Oh, he's in charge. Okay, then Hive Guard are going to fire at them as well.
Yep.
We move, so 4s to hit. Oh, jeez. 2s to wound. There we are, -2.
4 up. Ooh, first guy dies, and how
And
much
then
damage?
it's D3 damage. I could kill the second one if I roll. Nope, 2 damage.
We'll go on this guy.
Then we're gonna charge. Look at me go. I'm so good at this game. Let's do the side HIERODULE first. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. And then what's your toughness? Is it 5? So 2s to wound then. He's strength 10. And they're all at -3.
Okay, so we have a 6 up save. And how much damage?
So they're D3 plus 3 each. So the first guy dies automatically.
Okay.
And then as long as they don't roll a 1 or a 2, the next one dies. Okay, so the next one's dead with 2 of them. And the next one dies. So 3 of them die in total.
All right, so 3 explosions. 1 more mortal.
1 mortal wound, and that goes on to my Hive Tyrant and to him.
No, it's only crap. I should roll them separately.
That's fine, because it's 3 inches, right?
So this guy has to die. He hasn't fought yet.
But he did charge, though, so.
Although he
that
can't make that.
Yeah, he won't be able to make that. I killed too many. I'm assuming you don't want to interrupt then, right?
No.
Okay, so he'll go next, and I'll just pile and consolidate right here and not fight, because I don't want to give you the option to fight him back.
Okay.
So come after my side HIERODULE.
I have to spend 2 command points to stay, or else he's gonna run for sure.
Well, no, hold on, you can fight.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's not Age of Sigmar. What am I saying?
Not within, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 inches.
We lost 2 of those boys. We can run the 6. No, we're fine.
Are you spending the 2 command points?
Yeah, I have to. Wait, do I have them?
Yeah, you have 3.
Good. I don't know. This.
I'm sorry, Steve, that my list
Don't.
is a good counter to your list.
I do not want your apology.
Steve just wants the commenters to destroy me because my list is too good.
You have made your bed. We will sleep in it now. Well, you will. You will. Not me. You will. Rocket. Missed. He's gonna do his little combi rocket thing. He missed. Let's do 3 grot shooters. We got no hits. They're combi or custom shooters into them. Oh, you're close on 5s. And then 3 more shots to those 6s.
Because you're firing at the big guy, right?
Yep. And we got 2 wounds. No run.
What's the strength of those?
4.
So 6 is to wound then.
Toughness 8.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna charge. Here we go. This. That's probably a fail.
From the Megadon?
Oh, okay.
That's actually exactly what you needed. You needed a 9. The 8 was a fail.
Wait, do you want Overwatch?
Yeah. You know what?
One guy has 1 wound left.
Yeah. I never really think about Overwatch because my armies don't normally care about it. 3d6 auto hits. Okay, that's not super awesome, but it's okay. 3s to wound. And that's okay. That's great. So 6 wounds.
It's AP
2.
So we got 6 wounds, you say?
So you got your 4
Okay,
ups.
so
3 wounds go through. So it finishes the one and almost kills the next.
yeah, that's the right one. Okay. And then for the kill a cannon as well. How many command points I got?
You have 2.
No, I'm gonna save it for the +1. No, mortal wounds. So yeah, he'll do ramming speed. He's in 2+. Take D3 mortal wounds. So 1 mortal wound.
And that was 2 command points?
Yeah. So we're gonna have 2 Mega Knobs go in, +1 to hit, -1 to hit. So basically hitting on 3s. That's a lot of 1s and 2s. And we're strength 8, so 4s. We have 2 at -3.
So we'll be at my 5 up invuln then.
And our D3 each. We got 4 damage.
He's down to 6.
Would you like to interrupt?
Yeah. I'm gonna kill your kill. So I still count as having 12 wounds left because of my dermic symbiosis, so I'm still at full number of attacks. So 3s to hit. I know I could divide these, but might as well just kill him and then kill the other ones next turn. 2s to wound. So that many wounds so 5 wounds -3.
6s.
So he's dead.
Do I explode? No.
No. That's an experience for me.
Yep, cannot fail morale, and that will end my turn. Well, you get a command point.
I get a command point. Obviously, I'm going to win. I'm just going to say that, not as a jerk move. By the way,
hold on. I have killed 1 model, so.
Have you? Yeah, you killed 7.
No, those are walked off the table.
Oh, right. You've killed 4. You killed 3 Ripper Swarms in the.
Oh, that's true. You're right. I killed Swarmers.
You get a gold star for that after. Jeez, this is bad. I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize when I
Stop.
built my list.
That makes it worse.
No, I didn't realize it. Okay? Can't make me feel bad.
Wait, you're not going to fly on the table?
Yeah.
All of a sudden you want to play this game?
Yeah, I
Farm
do.
some experience?
Well, there's no experience to be farmed here, but
Your kills.
I just want to kill you and you can call it and then I can just exfiltrate whatever the heck I
I won't
want.
call it.
Well, I just
I
fine
refuse.
then. I'll advance my zone tropes then. So they're going to go 11 inches. I'm going to make sure they're closer to your character
Yeah.
so I can make sure that he gets destroyed. These Ripper Swarms will exfiltrate.
Yep.
And last battle round I got 5
Yeah, rub it
victory
in.
points. Yeah, I'm going to rub it in. These guys will stand still and not get any negatives to shoot because you're within 18 inches. And then we're going to start to do some psychic. We'll start with zone tropes.
Yep.
Smite.
Yep.
We made it.
You got it. 2d3?
2d3. Yeah, that. Oh, no, that's 4.
He's
That's
got one
4.
left.
He's got one left. We'll get there. We'll get there. And then they'll do the horror. We forgot. Yeah, the horror.
What's
Yes,
that do?
they did it. -1 leadership and hits. Put it on your Meganobs.
Sure.
And then the Swarm Lord, or sorry, the Hive Tyrant, will smite. He fails because I needed a 6 because it's my second smite, and he'll catalyst, which he also fails because
Nice.
he doesn't seem to want to. He doesn't seem to care. And then we'll shoot. We'll start with him. Now hold on, I gotta check. Oh, it doesn't matter if it's a heavy weapon because it's auto hits. We're
Yes.
gonna fire at your Meganobs.
Extra damage it?
I don't need to. There's 3d6 here.
I have 4 wounds there, dude.
Sorry, I don't. Oh no! No! Sorry. I didn't know this was so good. 3s to wound. Oh golly, you're dead. All right,
No, I'm still alive.
you're still alive. Keep going.
I'm dead.
Now you're dead. Oh golly. Oh, the feels. Hive Guard will fire at your big mech in the back here because he's more than 3 inches away from your crots.
Yep.
He's got lookout, sir, so I won't be able to fire at him. 3s to hit because it didn't. Oh wait, actually against him, I think he's.
More than 18.
Yeah, so it's 4s to hit.
Only
so,
3 hits.
So 3 hits. What's your toughness?
4.
2s to wound. Oh golly. -2,
5 up.
and that's D3 damage. 1. So he's alive.
Done, dude.
Actually, am I doing that wrong? Are they minus
Charging?
charge? Do you want to Overwatch? He's
I
going to declare
can't.
charge against the 2. So I'm just going to pop him in there, and I'll throw a charge this way. Yeah, that's in. Okay. Hive Tyrant first. They're going to put everything into your 1 wound Warlord, just because I don't want to whiff. So 5 attacks hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s because of his talons. And then what's your toughness?
5.
Okay, so 3s to wound. Now strength 7 because of murderous size. And these are AP -4. 4 damage apiece.
6 of save. Wait, is it? Yeah, 6 of save.
Unless you have your force
I only
field.
take 12 damage.
12 damage?
That's
I got him. Does he explode?
No.
In anger?
It does.
Okay. What are you doing?
You got him.
Oh, okay. All right. I win.
You got him.
Yay.
You proud of
And he'll
yourself?
fly off.
No, you can't fly off. I can do it.
It doesn't matter. I can keep playing the game. Because it's important for this one because I can only upgrade guys that exfiltrate.
Are you proud of yourself?
I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize the Scythe HIERODULE doesn't usually perform so well. Now that I see him in an Incursion game against Orks.
Don't blame my orcs. No. Don't you dare blame the orcs.
Let me tell you why I blame the Orks. I don't blame you, Steve.
No, you can't say he did well because of the orcs.
No,
he
I
had
can't.
3d6 auto hits on a tiny table.
Yes, that's great. But it's this. He only has 6 attacks
He
in
wasn't
close
the problem.
combat.
It was all the psychic stuff. Well, I mean, no, it was all.
Well, he killed 2 Death
everything
Dreads and
kinda-
came over and
everything
killed 3
kinda-
Killicans. I
That's
think,
fair.
I think he did pretty well.
Everything
4
was pretty,
Killicans.
everything's pretty gross.
Yeah. The Hive Tyrant actually didn't even really do much because he didn't have a chance to. Not because he couldn't. But the thing, okay, here's the thing about the Scythe HIERODULE. He's got 6 attacks, but they're all huge attacks. And so he does suffer. Like if you threw a huge group of Orc boys or Grots at him, he just wouldn't know what to do. Now he'd then flame them and kill them, obviously, so he's got that. But in normal games, that's not enough. But now that I've seen him in the Incursion game, yeah, he's a little much. Well, obviously
How
he's
many
got
points was he?
230.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hold on, we gotta do our after the thing upgrades.
I'll just stand here being the tripod for you.
You gotta just drag a little bit. All right. So post-game upgrades and changes to our Crusade armies. Let's start with the Tyranids. Come down here. I decided to make my Hive Tyrant the MVP. Even with that, though, it's not enough experience to upgrade. However, I do get to choose 1 unit because I won the mission. 1 unit that was able to get off, which I'll say was him. And they give him a battle trait. So I can choose from the monster battle traits because he is a character monster. So you have to choose monster for that case. So I gave him Frenzied, which is +1 attack if he charges, was charged, or heroically intervenes.
Nice.
So that should be helpful because he only has 5 attacks, which is nice, but getting that 6th one is a big deal. Also, a couple changes to my army because clearly I don't want Steve to have to change his because it's so thematically cool, and I'm being serious here. So there's 2 changes. First, I'm going to drop the 4 zoanthropes, and I'm going to bring back a unit of 3 zoanthropes. That does not cost any requisition points. It would cost me requisition points to add zoanthropes to the unit or change their psychic powers or war gear or whatever else they happen to have. So I will lose the 1 experience you get for showing up for the first one, but the reason I need that extra 45 points is because I'm also going to drop the Scythed HIERODULE. He's too good. Even though he racked up a lot of experience, like he's just going to single-handedly win me every single game, and it's just not any fun for Steve. And honestly, now that I've recognized it, it won't be any fun for me either. But I am not going to go quietly into the night. I will replace him with the much inferior, and I say that seriously, but maybe next game I'll learn otherwise. I don't know anymore, man. He's the Barbed HIERODULE, which he's slower, has way less close combat capabilities, same number of wounds and toughness and stuff. He's a 2-up save instead of 3-up, but you know, with all the AP, that won't make too much of a difference because I am going to spend 1 requisition point when I add him to the roster to give him the adaptive physiology of dermic symbiosis, the 5-up invuln, and counting as twice as many wounds back. If it works out like he normally works out in my games, he's not going to be nearly as good as the Scythed HIERODULE. If I play him the next game and he single-handedly kills everything like the Scythed HIERODULE, I'm going to remove him too, because if we are to continue this and it's just me and Steve, I'm going to replace him with a bunch of Termagants or something. I don't know, because it turns out my other stuff can carry it. What are you doing? Go away. Go away. I'm trying to have fun with this, right? And it's not going to be fun if I bring a list that's a perfect counter to Steve's list.
You are having fun wrong, as I've been trying to explain to you.
Well, I should just destroy you every game? Is that what you want to do, Steve? So what are your upgrades, Steve?
Okay, so I gave my knobs the MVP. It's not going to level them up, but I did get enough experience to level up my Killicans, so they have enhanced engines, plus 2 move, plus 1 advanced in charge. It's actually a fantastic little upgrade for the squad. Again, it's actually a really powerful upgrade for Killicans, so I'm happy to have that.
Yeah, and you got the nice thing, once again, not trying to be like, you're okay, Steve.
I'll zoom in again.
I don't want to do that. But the nice thing about when you fought me is that when you killed that Neurothrop, that got you 5 experience.
Yeah, 3 for 1 and 2 for the other.
Yeah.
Assassination was 2 and 3
and then you
for
get 1 just for showing up. So every game you can just have the unit that's got no experience go kill
beeline into one of those.
He's fine! I got his brain! I got his brain!
Yeah, but I mean, Killicans with plus 1 hit because they're 10 heads and the speed across the table. I'm pretty happy with that squad.
So here's the question then. What's the power rating of the 2 squads that just upgraded? Because that's going to add Crusade points to our armies, and we're going to see if there's a difference now. So the other thing that you keep track of is Crusade points. Whenever you upgrade your guys, we actually forgot to do this. Whenever you give them Warlord trait or Relic, they gain a Crusade point. So for example, my Hive Tyrant, I gave him a Warlord trait, I gave him a Relic, and I gave him a Specialist upgrade. And the Specialist upgrade is the Crusade points is equal to how many command points normally that would cost, which is 1. So he actually was worth 3 Crusade points. And now that he's upgraded and his power level is 11 or higher, he just was now worth 2 more. My Barbed HIERODULE has an upgrade that's worth 1 Crusade point. So my army has a value of 6 Crusade points. Steve's got when you add up all his, he's actually got 7 because he used more of his requisition points to upgrade his guys. So what that means is when you play a game, the difference in that is extra command points, divided by 2 though. So he's got 7, I've got 6, so the difference is 1. You divide that by 2, rounding up. I actually get a bonus command point in the following game. So it's supposed to be a balancing thing, like if one person's played more Crusade games and they've gotten more upgrades than their guys, and they show up and they say, mine has 15 Crusade points, and the guy's like, oh, I just started off at 0. Well, you get 8 bonus command points in an Incursion game. That can really make a big difference and make up for that. Because you think about it, all your guys have like plus 2 movement and advancing in charge, extra attacks, and re-rolling here and there. There's a lot of cool things that they can do. So that's all the upgrades for this game. We're going to play our second game in the MiniWarGaming Vault now with the modifications. And like I said, if the Barbed HIERODULE ends up carrying my army too much, well then he's going to get rendered down to his component parts and reconstituted as, I don't know, Raveners or something. I'm not used to thinking how to play down with Tyranids because they don't normally do very well. But apparently in Incursion they have some advantages with certain units, which I've learned. So, happy wargaming.